continental fates already sentenced, as they will be playing Atlético Nacional for the Conmebol Libertadores. San Lorenzo will play Independiente Medellín. Both rivals in Colombia are facing these two teams. San Lorenzo in the Conmebol Sudamericana round of playoffs prior to the round of 16. But in the domestic league, the realities are different. Racing nowhere near what they are doing in their continental campaign so far, which is a very respectable performance. Has some changes in the lineup. We'll have a look now at the setup. Gabriel Ares is the keeper. Back three with Tomás Avilés, the captain Leonardo Sigali and Gonzalo Piovi. In the midfield, allegedly on the right wings, Juan Ignacio Nardoni. Possibly on the left, Santiago Quiroz. Aníbal Moreno and Jonathan Gomez in the midfield. Farther up, Nicolás Oroz, who played a great game in Santa Fe against Colón. Maxi Romero and Gabriel Auche. Meanwhile, San Lorenzo will have Augusto Batalla as the keeper. Rafael Pérez, Gonzalo Luján and Gastón Hernández in defense. Agustín Giai, Jalil Elías, Carlos Sánchez and Malcolm Braida in the midfield. Iván Leguizamón from Paraguay, Adam Barreiro also from Paraguay, and Nahuel Barrios will be the three forwards. These are the results of the round. Vélez beat Lanús, Godoy Cruz defeated Platense, and Banfield beat Tigre. These last two games today. Rosario Central and Estudiantes are 0-0. We will go on with Racing San Lorenzo, followed by Ríver Plate Colón. Tomorrow, Arsenal Defensa y Justicia, Unión Boca Juniors, Sarmiento Talleres, Argentinos Juniors Instituto, Huracán Atlético Tucumán, and Belgrano Barracas Central. An extra large Thursday with 6 games. Gimnasia Independiente and Central Córdoba Newells will take over the rest of the round on Friday. Closing the schedule. The standings have Ríver Plate leading on 50 points, followed by Lanús, followed by Talleres and San Lorenzo, on 41. Then Lanús on 40. Estudiantes, Defensa y Justicia, Godoy Cruz, Rosario Central, Belgrano, Argentinos Juniors, Boca, Newells, and Racing arriving in 13th place. Platense is in 14th, following the last part. Then Sarmiento, Barracas Central, Gimnasia, Central Córdoba, Tigre, Instituto, Vélez, Independiente, Colón, Atlético Tucumán, Banfield, Unión, Huracán and Arsenal. Beautiful evening for some football in Argentina, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Francisco Aure, that's Fernando Gago. Pleased to leave you with Klaus German and George Metellus for the gaming commentary. Gentlemen, good evening, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Francisco. The action continues here in Argentina. As we discussed it in the previous game, very exciting game between Tigre and Banfield. Banfield managed to get those 3 points towards a fight in relegation. Two teams that were struggling, Banfield and Vélez, both getting back-to-back wins, so that's something interesting as well. Here, I think Francisco summed it up pretty well. I mean, today's pretty much the last shot, in my opinion, as well for San Lorenzo. They need to get the 3 points. If not, they're pretty much out. In my opinion, they're out already. I don't think no one's going to take this title away from Ríver Plate. That's to be quite honest. But at the same time, they could at least put that pressure in there. You never know what's going to happen. It could be very unrealistic to think that Ríver might lose the title at this point with so little to play and such a big advantage. But we've seen crazy things happen throughout the world in different leagues. I remember Real Madrid losing this crazy lead they had. It has happened here in the Argentine league as well. It's just, it can happen. But none of that can happen if San Lorenzo loses tonight. So I think that's the importance, of course, for the visitors. And Racing has been playing wonderfully lately. The same chip they had to play internationally, which was a very good one, they managed to finally transfer into the local league, into the domestic league. where they managed to get that 4-goal to no win against Colón. So far, it's been a good run internationally. They're trying to get back on the right foot domestically. And again, it's not the best season for Racing so far. 13th, 8 wins, 6 draws, and 8 losses, 30 points. But they could potentially get to 33, getting in the top 10, and waiting to see what happens with the other teams. Again, a disappointing overall season for Racing, but on the bright side for them, they have international competition going on, and at the same time, they are improving domestically as well. George, the one and only, the man in charge of the commentary.
Yeah, thank you very much, Klaus. It's a pleasure to be here doing this commentary with you and with Francisco as well. And I mean, you summed it up perfectly. Racing, they've struggled domestically, but doing well in the Libertadores. It's going to be a difficult match for San Lorenzo, and Insua has done well to have San Lorenzo. I don't think anyone expected San Lorenzo to be in a position that at this point of the season or of this tournament that they'd be competing or still have a chance at the title. But if they don't beat Racing here, it's over for them. And it's basically going to come down to River and Talleres. And then, of course, Talleres have to take care of business in this round as well. So we'll see what happens there. But it's going to be a great matchup. And, of course, you're talking about two of the historic teams in Argentine football. So this just might be, in terms of the history and reputation, this might be the marquee matchup of the round. So we'll see what happens here over the next 90 minutes. It's going to be good because Racing, they struggle defensively. San Lorenzo, one of the best defenses in the league. So it's a strength versus strength. Racing's strength is the attack. The strength of San Lorenzo is their defense. So we'll see which team's strength is stronger than the others.
Hernán Mastrangelo will be in charge of justice alongside Juan Pablo Velati, Hugo Páez, Diego Ceballos. Those will be your 4 officials. And Fernando Rapalini will be in charge of VAR alongside Diego Romero. Vale, perfecto. Más fácil, a little easier. Come on, bro.
Yep.
Why are we making it so hard? We're gonna 2 different bets. Come on, 2 different coin tosses. Nah, let's just make it 1. Especially because I already wrote my sheet the way they are right now, and the referee wants to change it on me. Don't leave it alone. The players are like, nah, leave it. It's all good. Look at all the people outside still waiting to get in. Did you see that?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, they came late. I'm telling you, we were talking about this, right? They just got off of work and they head straight to the stadium.
That's right.
Trying to squeeze in there. Yeah. I love those drone shots of the stadium there. Like that. That's a great view of that stadium, man. I know it's very Maracanã-esque, that stadium. Although maybe the stadium, because it's circular, Maracanã circular. I don't know if that's blasphemy saying that in Argentina for Argentine football, but it is.
No,
it does have that feel.
The structure.
Right.
Dun 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 dun. The moment of action. Look at that. Chinga. They can make it go a little faster, right? Nah, but I guess they gotta get the name of the brand.
The car?
They gotta, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a little slow.
They didn't charge the battery up before they went on it.
Yeah.
Or it'll be faster if you have a little kid driving instead of a remote.
That'll be pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
if you have
that
a
would be.
person literally drive, yeah.
You have a little kid in a Racing shirt, that would be smooth, man. Drive out in a little car with the. Oh man, that'd be great. Cause you know, little kids when they get in those cars, they drive super fast.
That'd but don't forget we gotta get the name of the brand. Gotta make sure the name of the brand goes on camera. Yeah. Somebody's gotta pay for the party, right?
Exactly. Yep. That's how it gets done.
Here's Gabi Auche. Gabi, I feel like tonight's your night.
Hey, whenever Gabi Auche steps on the pitch, you know something good is going to happen. He's fun to watch. He might be Racing's best player, and he's starting.
I'm saying it beforehand too.
Yeah. I mean, he's done it all throughout the course of the season. So Gabi Auche is a lot of times. We've seen him a couple of times come off the bench, but when he starts, Racing, they just look so much more dangerous going forward in the attack. He's not afraid to take shots. Yeah, this is. He's exciting. He brings some spark to the Racing attack. And then my favorite player in the league right there, Nahuel Barrios. Yes. Little man, number 10, but he's good. I love his energy and the way he goes forward. Nahuel Barrios, my man. That's my favorite player in the league.
The little dog. The little dog.
Yeah. The little dog. Yep.
The puppy.
He's got the puppy, but he's got the fight of a big dog, let me tell you. He's got the fight of a Doberman. Love his attitude, love his game.
Well, today's San Lorenzo presenting a little more offensive team. That kind of leads you to believe that they need to go after the 3 points. They're already going to be qualified for international competition next year, so they really don't care about that. But I mean, obviously they want to keep adding points into the table, but they need the 3 points. If they don't win tonight, it's pretty much for them at least it's game over. Then we'll see what Talleres can do and what happens with that. But
and remember, this is a Racing club that, even though they've improved, they still have a defense that leaks goals. So there's goals to be had for San Lorenzo with the good amount of possession and good passing and movement. There's holes in the back line of Racing. So this is a good opportunity for San Lorenzo to pick up a victory, or at least bolster their attack, their goal-scoring numbers a little bit.
It's been a very good run domestically. I think that the bottom, I think when they hit rock bottom was when they lost against Talleres 4-2 at home, and then they lost to Platense 3-0 the following match. Then they managed to win in the Libertadores, and I think that's what kept Fernando Gago in his job. I don't think there's any type of question about that. The fact that he has such a good run internationally, he even qualified first in front of Flamengo. Then they equalized against Defensa Justicia. Then they beat Banfield 2-0. Didn't allow any goals that game. Then they tie Instituto 1-1. They beat Vélez 2-1. They tie against Barracas 1-1, and then they beat Colón 4-0. So they haven't conceded so many goals in the last couple of games. That's what I'm saying. They have improved a lot domestically. They've copied and pasted what they've done internationally. Ladies and gents, the action's underway here in the Cilindro, the wonderful Cilindro de Avellaneda, alongside George Matelos. I'm Klaus German, and this is Racing Club hosting San Lorenzo as we continue our coverage of round 23 in the one and only Argentina, the League of the World Champs. Long ball. Directed first towards Romero, now recovered. There's the man. Epa.
Left side, Barrios. Let's see how much room he has to operate here, and how many touches he gets on the ball throughout the course of this match to really affect the attack for San Lorenzo. That's something Racing will have to be aware of.
Here's Barrios once again. Good pass towards Luján. Braida passes through. Here's Leguizamón. Careful with this one. It's a good ball inside of the area. Braida. Great cover, number 21. The ball's still alive. Here's Leguizamón. Ball makes his way now towards the area. Nothing there. You think so?
I thought so. It looked like he got pulled down by the shirt. That was beautiful movement there on that left side. The one-touch passing on the left side of the attack for San Lorenzo.
Braida. Look at that. Nahuel Barrios getting away from his markers. Most likely will cut towards the inside. That's exactly what he did. He didn't get the corner kick like he wanted. Here's the Colombian, Carlito Sanchez. Braida. Is he on sides? He's on sides. Here's Barrios. Opa. Can we say Nahuel Neighborhoods? That sounds good, right? Barrios Neighborhoods?
Yeah. Yeah, Nahuel Neighborhoods. Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a little longer, so we'll just stick with Barrios, but we got a translation there to start off with.
Doble N. Double N if we go English. Well, neighborhoods. He's the big dog in the neighborhood.
Definitely one of the players that San Lorenzo has had to rely upon. That's going to be another throw-in.
Poor throw there for San Lorenzo. Let's see. He's onside. That's not a problem. Yeah. You got looking at the shoulder. Yeah, that's a penalty. Sigali has his hands on Barreto there, and he pulls him down. I'm surprised they didn't even at least give it a VAR review just to make sure to solidify the decision. But
that I agree with you. I just felt like he barely put his hands on his shoulders and he just decided to collapse automatically. You know, and he threw himself back. But the fact that I don't even know if they checked it or not, but it looks like they did.
Yeah, at the very least, give it a VAR review just to make sure whether they get it, whether the referee disagrees or agrees it doesn't call a penalty. At least give it a VAR review. It was close. But that all started because of that great movement on that left side between Braida and Barrios and Leguizamon. Those three connecting on that left side created that opportunity.
Chance for San Lorenzo looking to open the scoreboard. Great ball into the area. The rejection by Piovi. There's Carlitos. The long ball towards the far post. Definitely not where it was intended. It's going to be a goal kick. In possession.
5 in the back for San Lorenzo. That's going to make it difficult for Racing to break through. San Lorenzo are going to, for the majority of this match, have the numbers back defensively.
Careful with this one. The ball inside of the area. San Lorenzo not able to clear properly. Nardoni puts it into action. That should be a goal kick. I thought it was the last touch by a Racing player. It looks like it wasn't. It's going to be a corner.
That's what I thought as well. But wasn't the case. So this might be an opportunity. Racing, if they can't break through that 5-man backline, set piece might open things up.
Opa! That was a nice little back heel on the near post. Maybe a goal kick.
A little creativity there on the near post. So both teams have the ability or show that they can get into the opposition's attacking third pretty quickly. So, or defensive third pretty quickly. So this is a good start here. You know, we really haven't had a shot on target yet. Good start in terms of the passing, the movement for both teams.
Piovi. Here's Jonathan Gomez. Now Racing starts getting control of the ball a little more. Careful with this one. It's a long ball into the area. They decide to bring it down, and now they clear it out. So Lorenzo, whenever they attack, clearly they attack with 5. When they defend with 3. Here's Barrios getting away from 1, going down. That's going to be a foul.
Yeah.
Correct call by the referee. It's going to be a free kick. Play this one quick. And quick doesn't mean always good. You know what I mean, George? That's going to be a goal kick for San Lorenzo. So far, a pretty even game, especially in the midfield. Definitely nothing to highlight so far from either side.
Yeah, there was the early chance inside by San Lorenzo, as we mentioned, with Barrios and Braida and Leguizamon linking up. But since then, it's died down a little bit. But you could see the quality of players that both teams have, their ability to go forward and make those connective passes. Now it's just getting the last 2 connective passes to consistently create goal-scoring chances. I think that's what's lacking, but still very early on in the match here.
Good recovery by Michael Breida. Here's Nahuel Barrios once again, little dog. Finds Maicon, another player that has had a couple of good performances in the last couple of games for San Lorenzo. Another ball, it's a good one into the area. The chance for Romero! Asking for a corner. I don't think there wasn't any contact with the ball. Great ball down the space, totally onside. And the first clear chance of the match.
It is a great ball by Oroz. Well done by Romero, because he had 2 players collapsing on him very quickly, and he managed to get that shot off. It went wide, but still, the way Oroz drops it in off the chest of Romero perfectly, well done. You saw that back line of San Lorenzo they weren't organized. They weren't all in the same line together, and that allowed Romero to get into that space. So clever timing by Romero and the perfect ball by Oroz. That could be, it's Oros, not Arroz, because if it was Arroz, then you could say rice, but
yeah, rice, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's Arroz. Yeah. It's Oros, yeah.
Oros, yeah. Or it could be Nick Golds. All those Z's. That's not plural.
Oros, yeah.
Yeah.
Chance for Racing. Juan Ignacio Nardoni. Now Oroz. Now Aníbal Moreno. Jonathan Gomez. Get a couple of touches here by La Academia. In control of the ball. San Lorenzo just observes and quickly waits to get it back and does exactly what they do on this one. Here's Barrios, who needs a little bit of help. The team has to push up.
He's been trying to get some help with Braida on the left side, but maybe he needs a little more help in the middle as well.
Aníbal Moreno in control. Racing being very, very patient. Good through ball down the right side. The chance of a shot. Augusto. There it is. Augusto battles. Augusto
There we
Batalla,
go.
ladies and gents. That's another one. There you go, George. I was waiting for that one. I was waiting to see if you would get it, but I was like, after a while, I had to spell it out. I was holding it for too long, but on a serious note, a great save by the keeper. Now Racing getting a little closer to the opener. Here's Nahuel Barrios right down the middle. Has a couple of different options as he picks up his head. Decides to stick down the left side. Good ball once again. Now towards Braida. A great connection for San Lorenzo. Great ball towards Leguizamón. Piovi. Clears it out. And now, the response by Racing Club.
Between Braida and Leguizamón and Barrios on that left side, they can continue to work and create those opportunities. Racing is giving them that space there on the right side of their defense, the left side of the attack for San Lorenzo. That's something San Lorenzo can continue to do with those three.
It's a great ball. Careful with this one. Down the area. Now rejected. It looks like there was a previous offsides, so none of that would have counted anyway. That's the previous one, George.
Yeah, it's a great save. Well done by Batalla, doing what goalkeepers do, cut down the angle. And then Lujan coming over and helping out as well. But we talked about in the beginning, right? It's strength versus strength. The strength of Racing is their attack. The strength of San Lorenzo is their defense. That's what's been playing out here these last 4 or 5 minutes. Yes, San Lorenzo have had a couple of little incursions, but for the most part, Racing controlling the possession and San Lorenzo having to defend. I just thought of something here. Is it me? If you get a good look at Gabriel Auchi's face, I don't know why this popped in my head, but he kind of looks like Franck Ribéry without the scar and the teeth. I don't know why that popped in my head, but if you get a look at Auchi in the face, he reminds me of Ribéry without the scar and then the messed up teeth.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
The problem is that our good old boy, Ribéry, well, first of all, I think he has one of the best quotes of all time. He said, "I only have a pretty wife because I'm a soccer player, because I'm terribly looking," which I want to highlight. I want to highlight that because not a lot of people do, self-criticism, but he knew.
Right.
I mean, he knew it. We got to be real. And he's the one that said it, not me. And you take a little bit of hair away from Auchi's head, and 100%.
Yeah. Well, didn't Jay-Z once say there's no such thing as an ugly millionaire? I mean,
hey, there you go.
So, and Jay-Z ain't no prize either. I mean, in terms of look. So, I mean,
and he got Beyonce. Come on now, George.
Exactly.
What's better than that? Come on now, George.
Don't get no better than that, for real. So.
Oh God, Jesus! It just made me. Yeah, Lord.
The Auchi looks like Ribéry without the scar on the teeth. I just had to say that.
That's a good one. Yeah. Look at this one from the back. That view from the back is just simply wonderful. Look at Batasha standing where a keeper is supposed to be standing, right at the middle of the goal. Piovi! Not too far away from target. It's going to be a goal kick.
Woo. You know what? If that is a little more accurate, I don't know if Batalla, even though he was standing, he was well positioned, I don't know if he would have been able to keep that out. It looked like it would have just dipped under the crossbar in the upper 90 to the left of Batalla there. That was a fantastic effort there, a decent effort there on that free kick.
Yeah, another thing to point out as well is that Piovi has been taking pretty much the latest free kicks and penalties for Racing Club. His penalties are very well executed. They contain a lot of power, usually top right hand side or top right corner, but also with a lot of power, which makes it almost impossible for the keeper to be able to get even a touch on it. So Carlito Sanchez. Good combination here down the left side towards Barrios. Now this.
San Lorenzo keep working that left side there with Barrios and Braida and Leguizamon. Those three have something good in the attack there for San Lorenzo on that left side. Not much down the right side, or we haven't seen anything down the right side for San Lorenzo. But Barrios, Braida, and Leguizamon, those three have looked very dangerous on the left side of the attack, going at the right side of the defense of Racing.
Aníbal. There's Gonzalo Piovi once again. Leo Sigali. Piovi. Being very patient, I guess we can say that.
Look out for number 23 for San Lorenzo in the defense, Hernandez. He keeps...
Gaston. Careful with this one. Great ball into the far post. Oh, he put it back. Why? Yeah, he tried to be a good guy. You know, he tried to put it back into action. Yeah, for someone to come on the far post, but you had the range of the shot there. Now look at this one. Here's Shiai. And look at Perrito Barrios. Look at Barrios on the far post. Barrios, please look at Barrios. Barrios inside of the area. And he took a little too long. He took a little too long.
Yeah.
He took a little too long. Usually that one you have to control it and boomba. That's it. Here's a replay, George.
Yeah, onside. And he's got to just strike him. Oh, I could see why he went into the middle. He had two teammates open across the face of goal, and that's probably why he went and tried to make the pass. But he actually could have settled it and then taken the shot. And then I wonder here, I know Barrios, it was a good run by GI, and Barrios maybe should have controlled it better, but I wonder if GI keeps it on the ground instead of playing it in the air and forcing Barrios to jump up and control it. If he keeps it on the ground, plays a low ball on the ground, Barrios can one-time the shot. I think maybe GI took maybe split second too long on holding the ball and then putting it in the air instead of passing it a little bit sooner on the ground for Barrios to one-time strike it.
Moreno.
Klaus, look at 23 Hernandez. That back line of five, they have to stay together, right, in unison. And every time the ball comes in the sector, he breaks the line going forward to try to win the ball. If they have to, that's dangerous, because if he loses the ball and gets out of position, that leaves a space there.
Oh, great ball out here!
Oh, yeah.
Racing Club. What did I tell you, George? What did I tell you? It's the night of Gabi Auche. And I told you before the match, the one and only, the GOAT, Gabi Auche. And Racing leads 1-0.
Ooh, yes. And Braida keeping Romero on. And Franck Ribéry's Argentine cousin comes through. And you said it in the beginning, Klaus, you were absolutely right. We talked about how he's maybe Racing's best player. They left him unmarked. They did not account for where he was in the penalty area. And then he finished very smooth. And are they going to look at it here? Is Romero on? Yeah, he's on. It looks like he's on to me. Braida's keeping him on. I mean, this goal should stand. Late reaction from GI.
It's a goal. Should be a goal.
Yeah.
Don't kill my narration. Don't kill my commentary, please. I told you it's going to be the night of Gabi.
And he wears the same number as Ríbel did. 7. It's fate.
Hey, you're right. You're right. Here's the thing. It's a little misleading from our angle, that position by Maxi Romero, because the angle of the camera is a little tilt towards the right side. So I'm guessing now they're gonna try to draw the lines. I think he's on, but sometimes we could bet, I don't know, $1,000 that he's on and ends up not being on because of the different camera angle. So we have to wait for the lines to be traced.
Right.
On the beginning, on our angle, the way we see it, it looks onside. But again, we've gotten big surprises. If they're taking this long, we know it's very, very tight.
They have to do all the drawing and all the geometry and the lines to make sure they get it right. From that camera angle we saw, that it looked like he was on. Yeah, they confirmed it.
Cha-ching! Confirmed.
Yep.
Hear those fans out. Just hear them out. ¿Cómo estará Pocho, eh? Pocho should be happy. All Racing fans happy.
Yep.
Happy. Now Braida at the edge of the area has Barrios towards the left, decides to do the individual one. And the ball ends up going straight into the hands of the one and only Gabriel Arias.
San Lorenzo have to respond, and maybe they have to take a little more risk in defense by pushing up a little bit higher to press Racing to win the ball so they get the equalizer, because sitting back just plays into Racing's hands as they have lead, and then they've showed that they can just kind of poke and prod, find the space, and then make that burst forward to get the goal. So that's something to watch for here if San Lorenzo gamble a little more defensively by pressing a little bit more intensely and higher up the pitch.
Here's Moreno. Racing in control. POE. Yeah, none of us wants to get hit there.
Yeah.
It's all right. Stretch it out. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Deep breaths.
A quick repossession by San Lorenzo. Here's POV trying to clear this one out. Had Jonathan Gomez by himself, but clears it out. Apologizes for the mistake. It's going to be a throw in quickly. Taken for San Lorenzo. They make a serious mistake on that one as the player slips. And now the chance for La Academia trying to quickly make this one 2-0. Good defensive action on the far right side by Gaston Hernandez.
Gaston Hernandez has that freedom to roam. it looks like. He's that left-sided center back. And he is not ashamed or afraid of just bursting forward to try and tackle the ball, or at least push a defender out of position. You have to see how that works, because if he gets caught out of position, that space he leaves in between Braida and Lujan could be exploited by Racing. We'll see if that develops over the course of the match.
A chance for Racing, ball into the area. No one able to make contact with that ball. And now the battle between Aníbal Moreno and Barrios. Barrios wins it. Almost able to take up on the marking of both players there, but a good challenge in the back, preventing that counter attack quickly. There it is, beats Aníbal Moreno, who tries to slide tackle, misses. And then Gavi, ouch it. Here's the replay, George. Very, very thin. Well, it's not that thin. What?
No?
It took him that long for that?
Yeah. And Romero's going to get an assist for that, although that didn't look like an intentional pass. I think it just played to him and it went off of his foot there. That touch was too heavy on his part to control it, and it just went in perfectly into the path of Auche, who knew what to do. Yeah, turns out that he was more onside than we thought he was. But well done by, you see Romero, how quickly he got back, tried to get back, even though I'm sure he didn't see Braida behind him, and he tried to get back as quickly as possible, and it worked. Stayed onside and got an accidental assist.
Lorenzo in control now. Aníbal Moreno asking for the referee to let him back in. Here's Barrios, ball cleared out by Oroz. Jonathan Gomez. Ouch, foul. And we're gonna have our first lemon of the evening. It's going to be for Elias.
So Auche scores a goal and then also draws a yellow card as well. For me, he should be starting every chance he gets, every match possible for Racing. I know with Libertadores, there's the rotation coming up, so he might not be able to start in some of the league matches, but as often as possible, he should be in the starting 11 for Racing. He's a big-time game changer.
A chance for Racing. Let's see what happens on this one. Good ball, but nothing that Watasha can take care of. That's very enthusiastic ball right there. Arias gets rid of it from keeper to keeper. Braida, Sanchez. Good movement by Oroz. Nothing there. So that's the referee, who's very close to the action. Racing with the recovery. Rafa Perez, who rejects this one momentarily. So Lorenzo needs to calm down for a second.
Yeah.
They need to find a space. They're trying to. They're a little too nervous. It literally seems like a final for them, which it kind of is, but you gotta relax.
Yeah. They need to go back to what was working, which was Barrios, Leguizamon, and Braida on the left side of the attack. I know they want to try to open it up on the right side with Jai going forward, but those three on the left side, Barrios, Leguizamon, and and Braida, they were working really well. And even Carlos Sanchez was getting some productive touches in the attacking half. So need to go back to that.
Yeah, we've seen almost no involvement whatsoever from Barreiro. Oh, there it is. Yeah, as soon as I say he comes in contact with the ball. As soon as I say that.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah, they need him to just occupy defenders in the middle there and open up space for Leguizamón and Barrios.
Ball cleared out. Here's Carlos Sanchez. Careful with that header. It's a little risky there. Oh, what did I tell you? You got to be careful with that. Another chance for Racing. It's a great ball once again towards Gabi Auche. On the far left-hand side, Rafa Perez, who wins it using his body very successfully. And now the ball cleared away. Jonathan Gomez. Here's Moreno. It's a wonderful through ball. The chance for Racing. Careful with this one. Into the middle. And absolutely no one there to take advantage of that wonderful ball. Here's Oroz. Finding Aníbal Moreno. Gonza Piovi. Another great cross towards the right-hand side, but looks like Nardoni was offsides. It's going to be a free kick.
What a great ball through one time. And that's actually a good run there in the middle there by Romero to bring in. There was two defenders that he brought with him. He just needed some backup, basically. He needed a Jonathan Gomez or Moreno or someone in the middle there to get on into the penalty area, get to the top of the six there, because his run drew a couple of defenders to leave that space open. So they just needed more bodies forward there. Get that touch, and we're looking at a second goal possibly.
Another lemon. This time for Perrito Barrios.
He's not happy. He's barking at the referee there. He doesn't agree. Yep. Tell you though, what's the expression? It's not the size of the dog, but the size of the fight in the dog, or something like that. And that little, I'm telling you, Barrios got a lot of fight in him. A lot of heart.
Nahuel Neighborhoods.
Yes.
Racing in control. Jonathan Gomez. Auche was coming off the offsides. Here's Gabi Auche inside of the area. He was coming off the offsides, of course. Yep. He got involved in the play, and then as soon as he got involved, he's like, I didn't even realize I was coming off the offsides, but he was. He was. Gago needs to be more in the game if he's going to complain about every little thing. That was clearly offsides. Nobody complained about it other than him. Now the response by Racing Club. Careful with this one. Ball down the middle towards Jonathan Gomez. Good control by number 11. Has Nardoni towards the middle. Now Oroz. Nothing there, says the ref. And now Malcolm Braida back in possession. See, San Lorenzo doesn't have any options. Once they're trying to get out of the back area, they pick up their heads and they have no options. That's the problem. Astor Hernandez, who seems in much pain. Here's a replay of that previous one. You see, he's off. He's already off right there, and then he tries to get back into the action. Watch. He's like, I kind of. He's like, he hesitates, and then he takes over the ball, but he already came from an offside position, so.
Trying to get clever with it there, but that's why it's so important for these those attacking players, those forwards up top, that they're always aware of their position, because you never know when they a goal-scoring opportunity can pop up, and if they were in an offside position beforehand, it just kills the chance. So, missed opportunity for Auchit. Are they going to look at this tackle as a red card? This is interesting.
Well, first we got to get the software working. There it is.
Yeah. Oh. Yo, he's going to get sent off for that.
Nah, you can't send away the GOAT. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough check. The problem is when you see something in slow-mo, it's always going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think a yellow.
Let's see. The thing is, he steps on the leg there. That's the issue. You see from that replay, and he slowed down. You see, ooh. I think he might get sent off of that. Right there. Because he's late, and he just bends the leg there of Hernandez. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to get sent off.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately,
Yep.
my favorite player in the Argentine league, the one and only GOAT, after scoring that wonderful goal, after I said he was going to score that wonderful goal, he gets sent off.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I never said the story was going to have a happy ending. I just told you part of the story, but not all of it. I'm sorry.
The young Argentine Libre League got sent off there, and it's unfortunate. I know he didn't do it maliciously. I think he was just going for the ball, and you know, Fernandez beat him to the ball, or Hernandez beat him to the ball, and that was the case. It was dangerous. He did bend. You could see him bend the leg of Hernandez. Yeah, it's the right call. It's dangerous. Hernandez beats him to the ball. It's unfortunate, and it wasn't anything malicious on his part, but it is what it is. That's a shame because he is fun to watch.
Gaby querido. Well, unfortunately, he has to get out. What happened now?
Let's see what the second reason for the delay here was.
What'd you do, George? What'd you do?
Like that hit song from Shaggy, Wasn't Me. Wasn't me.
Now this is going to become interesting, especially for the second half. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Final minutes of this first half, by the way, still Racing leading 1-0 Here's Barrios finding Carlos Sanchez. Once again towards Barrios. It's a good ball into the far post. Never mind, not good at all. It's going to be a goal kick. This is very interesting.
Again, San Lorenzo down a goal, up a man. Yeah,
They took out Lujan, literally. They took out a center back to put in another midfielder. So it looks like they're going to try to crowd out. They're going to try to crowd the midfield pretty tightly.
Yeah. Try to starve Racing of the ball in the midfield. They'll try to win it back as quickly as possible in the midfield, because Racing like to hold on to possession. So with bringing on that midfielder, now obviously it's a back line of 4. Crowd that midfield, try to win it back as quickly as possible, and then get it to Barrios or Leguizamon.
Romero. Here's Nardoni looking for a deflection, looking for a corner kick. Now Barrios, careful because he has a yellow too. And now Racing players are going to ask for any small contact from number 10. They're going to ask for a second yellow. You know how it is, George.
Oh yeah. Racing got a player sent off, so they're going to try to do whatever they can to convince the referee to send off a San Lorenzo player. So the politicking has begun.
You know it.
Yep.
San Lorenzo in control. Here's Barrios. Barrios finds Braida. We're going to play 4 more minutes. Nothing there whatsoever. Oros putting a pause in the game, almost losing possession, actually lost possession. Barrios once again trying to get away from 2. Maroni, ball cleared out. Nardoni. Oros, great move by number 23. Very elegant. Another chance for Jonathan Gomez. Foul. You see what I told you about the crying? You see how they all went up on the ref? George, I've been predicting things. I'm Nostradamus today. I've been predicting things, and they're happening. They're happening. It's gonna be a free kick.
You have a. You must have had a DeLorean and you went back. You went ahead in time 4 hours and then came back.
That's right.
Is that what it was?
I already know the result, but I'm not gonna tell because if not, people are gonna leave. You know, it's not fun at all. Can't ruin it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Don't tell me. I don't want to know either. You know. I got some things you have to figure out. Yeah.
It's like the people that try to ruin the movies, or you know, the spoilers, and yeah.
You know, the worst at that, little kids that have seen the movie, and then you haven't seen it, and then they tell you the movie, you're like, oh. I had that.
And you can't say nothing to them because you can't be rude. So it's like,
right.
Because if it's an adult, you're like, hey, shut up. I don't want to hear it. But if it's like a kid, you gotta be like, you kind of gotta take it, you know.
Yep.
Barrios.
It happened to me all last week with my nephews.
Say no to spoilers. Now this one, that's the one that we talked about, George, for the longest. These are some of the controversies. And that was a little exaggerated. You see what I'm saying? You think that foul is a yellow? Let's be serious. You think that foul is a yellow?
I think so, yeah. Barely. Because it's high, near the head. I think that's why. It looks like the left arm comes down on top of the shoulder near the neck, and I think that's probably why the referee gave him the yellow.
Careful with this one, Baneiro! And the Paraguayan managed to find one right before halftime. Here's a replay. Great ball from the right side.
missed by much either. That was a good chance there by Barreto. Quiet for pretty much the entire second half. A couple of times he sprung up, but nothing serious. Did well to get on the end of that service.
Now we'll see how Gago builds up the team for the second half. Here's Hernandez. Carlos Sanchez. So it looks like Carlos Sanchez ended up taking the spot of Gonzalo Luján. So he went to go play as a center back, and now Maroni took his spot down the middle. Obviously, Maroni, a player that moves a little more offensively than Carlos Sanchez, who's used to doing more of a center defensive mid job. Just careful with this one. It's a great ball. Once again captured by Arias.
Bruise there. Yep. I don't think Arias has he had to make a save in this first half? I don't think so. There's one save.
There was a shot. I forgot by who.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Was it Barrios?
Oh, the shot by Barrios. By Barrios. Barrios. Yeah, by Barrios. And he saved it. That's the only one so far, the only one on target. There it is. Ladies and gents, the halftime whistle here at the Cilindro. Very mixed up feelings about this first half, because Racing did look like the better team, but then the red card, and now it's like you're in that limbo where you don't know exactly where the match is going to go and head into. You don't know if Racing is going to try to go into defensive mode. You don't know if San Lorenzo is going to try to go offensively and leave spaces in the back. So far, a very interesting 45 minutes, George.
Yeah, it certainly was a very interesting first 45 minutes, and the second half is going to be interesting as well, especially since San Lorenzo has to chase the game down a goal but up a man. So they should be the aggressive attacking side in the next 45 minutes.
Ladies and gents, round 23 continues in Argentina alongside George Metellus, Francisco out. I'm Klaus German. We're going to go ahead and go into a quick commercial break. Coming right up the halftime show, going over all match week 23 activity here in Argentina, goals, tables, highlights, and more. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Quick break, and we'll be right back.
1-0 for Racing with Gabriel Auche, who later saw the red card through the VAR revision. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Estadio Presidente Perón, as we are 1-0 for Racing over San Lorenzo. These are the results of the rest of the round. Vélez defeated Lanús, then Godoy Cruz beat Platense. Today, Banfield defeated Tigre also. Rosario Central and Estudiantes had no goals. Racing is leading with the goal scored by Gabriel Auchas as we get ready for Ríver Plate against Colón. Tomorrow we start at 2 p.m. with Arsenal Defensa y Justicia, later Unión Boca Juniors, Sarmiento Talleres, Argentinos Juniors Instituto, Huracán Atlético Tucumán, and Belgrano Barracas Central. On Friday, Gimnasia Independiente and Central Córdoba against Newell's. The standings have Ríver Plate on 50 points. San Lorenzo is letting them escape on 41 with the defeats. Talleres also on 41. They play tomorrow. Lanús in 4th, followed by Estudiantes, Defensa y Justicia, Godoy Cruz, Rosario Central, Belgrano, Racing jumping to 10th place. Argentinos Juniors, Boca Juniors, Newell's, Platense. Then in the second page we find Sarmiento, Barraca Central, Gimnasia, Central Córdoba, Tigre, Instituto, Vélez, Independiente, Colón, Atlético Tucumán, Banfield, Unión, Huracán and Arsenal. Let's move to the highlights of the first half. Respect between Rubén Darío and Juan Fernando Gago. Corner kick for Racing, back heel in the attempts by Tomás Avilés. Long pass into the box for Maxi Romero. Good control, but then not the best of finishings. Very good movements by the striker. Then these attempts is very well saved by the goalkeeper, by Augusto Batalla. Good ball through for Juan Nardoni, today playing as a right winger. Good save by Augusto Batalla. Free kick by Gonzalo Piovi. It goes out quite close as always. Another chance for Ríver Plate, for Racing, sorry, as we await for Ríver Plate. Nardoni, Auche, and a fantastic goal by Racing. Malcolm Braida with the chance, the shot with his weaker foot. Gaston Hernandez receives this huge foul by Gabriel Auche. The VAR would remove the yellow card and switch it into red. That was all in this first half. We have just one goal between Racing and San Lorenzo. But we'll have a look at what happened in all the round. Vélez won, Godoy Cruz won, and Banfield won as well. Gabriel Auche was sent off, so Racing is playing with one man less in the field. San Lorenzo, meanwhile, made a change. They removed Gonzalo Luján and brought Gonzalo Maroni in. Changing a bit of the system, moving Carlos Sanchez to the sweeper position. We'll see what Racing does in the second half. Racing has options like Maxi Morales, Héctor Fertoli, Paolo Guerrero when it comes to offensive modifications. As the substitutes are warming up, we'll be back in a few minutes with Klaus German and George Metellus as we go through the halftime. Let's now have a look at the goals of this round. Controlled by Walter Bow. We go to Mendoza. Pierre Barrios sends the cross and Salomón Rodríguez scored the goal for Godoy Cruz. Good header by the Uruguayan, the top scorer of Godoy Cruz in this tournament. The end of this chance with Ronaldo Martinez sending the cross into the box, headed down by Mauro Quiroga, and Sasha Marsic puts the score 1-1 for Platense. Then Tomás Konechny will assist Enzo La Rosa. The Uruguayan scored the winning goal for Godoy Cruz in Mendoza in a tough game after Berlin against Platense. (2-1) for Godoy Cruz in Mendoza. We go to Victoria Districts, where Nicolás Sosa Sanchez had the ball down, and Juan Bizanz scored the first of his first brace in the Argentinian LPF in the top flights. Good header by the Uruguayan, and finally Bizanz sent it into the nets. Very good game played in the José de la Giovana. That was the second goal by Bizanz, and the goal for Tigre through Abel Luciati after the corner kick by Cristian Zavala. And it was, in the end, 2-1 for Banfield over Tigre. Ladies and gentlemen, the second half is approaching. Racing is leading 1-0. As the teams are on their way back to the field. And Francisco Aure, it's a pleasure to be with George Metellus and Klaus German. George, certainly the game is wide open for the second half, considering Racing is leading, but San Lorenzo will have to go all out and attack.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be an interesting second half. And the way Racing play, they can manage this result with 10 men because they like to dominate and control the possession. So it's going to be up to San Lorenzo to be aggressive in the midfield, win the ball in the midfield, and then go forward and get Barrios and Luis Amona and get Barreto some more service as well. Barreto maybe has to move a little bit more in the penalty area and just outside the penalty area. But the way Racing play, it is a style that allows them to hold on to a 1-0 lead even if they're down to 10 men. So it's going to be interesting to see how the second half plays out with San Lorenzo and how aggressive they will be, especially when they lose the ball. How aggressive will they be to win the ball back so that they can get it up the pitch quickly and exploit that hole in the defense of Racing, because Racing are down to 10. That's going to be very interesting in the next 45 minutes.
10 to go with Klaus German and George Metellus for the second half of Racing 1, San Lorenzo 0.
Thank you so much, Fran. Ladies and gents, waiting for the whistle for the second 45 minutes. He's gonna do that little ritual. Look. He puts a towel, he puts the 2 bottles on each side, and then he stretches out the towel. And then he, there it is. There's the ritual. Wait, and then he drinks the one on the right side. Because you got to start off with the right foot, right? In this case, you got to, since you're a keeper, you have to start off with the right hand. And then, there it is again. Little prayer. And there it is. You got it, George?
Yeah, got it. There it is. Okay. Let's see if it works. Some of these superstitions these players have are amazing.
Yeah. Cábalas, as they call it in down south. Cábalas.
Okay, I got to remember that.
No substitutions for the second 45 minutes, ladies and gents. The second 45 minutes are underway here at the Cilindro de Avellaneda as we continue the coverage around 23 in Argentina so far. Racing Club leading San Lorenzo 1-0 alongside George Metellus. I'm Klaus German, and as always, a pleasure to bring you the match commentary. Here's Rafa Pérez opening towards the far left side. We'll see how the second half presents itself for San Lorenzo. You're going to have to be careful. But they do have a good chance of moving the ball forward, knowing they have an extra man on the pitch. Ball down the left-hand side. Here's Barrios. They're going to try to cross this one into the area. It's a good ball towards the far post, looking for Shai. There's a little body movement there, but nothing at all. It's going to be a goal kick. Let's call the infraction. Here's Rafa Pérez. Agustín Shai, good cut by number 47 into the middle. It's a good left-footed pass. Looking for Barreiro. Careful with this one for San Lorenzo. Barreiro stepping inside of the area. A couple of different options. Now Leguizamon. Great cut by number 41. Take the weight. Great defensive action there by Gonzalo Piovi once again. Responding on both ends, offensively and defensively as well.
That's exactly what San Lorenzo have to do for the rest of this match. Just keep putting the pressure. Win the ball back, get it up the pitch, and get it onto the feet of the dangerous players. And Barreiro has to be more active, more involved here in the second half.
Here's Leguizamon. San Lorenzo looking better in the second half so far, George. Good pressure by the visitors. It's going to be another corner.
They're applying all this pressure. They need to finish. They cannot waste these opportunities.
Now the chance for San Lorenzo. Ball into the area. The header by Barreiro. On the near post, Barreiro so far has gone twice against Leo Sigali. He has won both. The header on the first half, that was pretty close to target, and now this one. Now there's love between number 11 and number 30. I think Barreiro apologizes. It's going to be a goal kick.
And Barreiro needs to do that more often. I think psychologically he knows that he can win that aerial battle against Sigali, so let's see if they continue to try to feed him the ball, get those crosses into the area.
Braida finds Rafa Pérez. Here's Leguizamon. Nothing there whatsoever. Now careful with this one. The ball right at the edge of the area. It's a great ball towards Barreiro. Arias. After the header from Gonzalo Maroni.
You see, they won the ball back very quickly. They didn't allow Racing to establish the possession. Won it back quickly and then got the ball in the air there. Arias. Done by San Lorenzo. Look at them applying the pressure. They don't want Racing, but they're going to make it harder for Racing to play out of the back.
Good touches here from Racing. Good way to get out of the back with the ball at their feet. Here's Braida. He's going to try to shield the ball, but it looks like there was a previous offsides, maybe by Maxi Romero. There it is. It's going to be a free kick. Barrios between the marking of two. Decides to recycle the ball. Finds Carlos Sanchez. Now Rafa Pérez. Giai. Now Barrios. Finding Leguizamon. Good movement. Good passes by San Lorenzo. Rafa Pérez. This is Jalil Elias. Now Gaston Hernandez, everyone from San Lorenzo on the attack. Great ball into the area and another header by Barreiro. Inches away from Arias' left post. It's going to be a goal kick.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, Barreiro is getting closer and closer. They can't mark him. It's obvious the way he's moving and the headers that he's won that they there's no one there that can mark him and neutralize him. So if he consistently keeps getting the service, it's just a matter of time till he scores.
Facundo Mura, the former Colón, which by the way got a goal last week against his former club, replaces Nicolás Oroz. Gago also trying to be a little more conservative defensively, knowing that he's a man down. Romero, no foul. Takeaway. Ahí está más hábiles. Here's Jalil Elías. Finds Rafa Pérez. Foul. Called by the referee. Let's see what happens on this one. Racing trying to play the offside trap. Trying to use the 18-yard box line as a reference for all the defenders to make sure they stick to the line. Vareiro, I see Carlos Sanchez, I see Maicon Braida. A couple of players going into the attack. The chance for El Ciclón. Arias. Arias, what are you doing? Arias, what are you doing? You see, I get confident with you and you do that to me? You serious?
Ooh, yeah. That's not good.
I got confident,
Arias.
you know, I'm like, he got it. Exactly.
Does he go into his own? I think he bangs into his own teammate. Or his own teammate kind of he might have contact with his own teammate. I like the confidence of Arias, but a little reckless coming off the line there to try to get that ball.
Looks like Sigal is getting a little bit of treatment there. Lorenzo in control. Here's Rafa Pérez. A chance of a shot from long range, way over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick.
If Racing can hold on to this clean sheet here, down 10 against a team that's at the top of the table, challenging for the top of the table. This is a big result for them going forward. It's going to build their confidence as well, get them next level in terms of the Libertadores, but also kind of maybe solidify Gago in terms of what he wants to do defensively as well. So this is very important that Racing hold on and get a clean sheet. Just kind of solidify the philosophy of Gago.
Badasha's going to prevent the corner. Quickly gets rid of it. It's a long ball. Well controlled down the middle by Aviles. Here's Jonathan Gomez. That's going to be a foul. Not a good pass here, and the ball gets quickly repossessed by the visitors. Here's Michael Braida. Rafa Perez. Now Agustin Giai. Leguizamon. Great takeaway from the ground by Aníbal Moreno. Great pressure as well. Here's Carlito Sanchez. Towards the far left side. Here's Braida once again. Finds Barrios. San Lorenzo being very patient, looking for the right time to strike. Racing trying to defend with pretty much everything they have, knowing that this is a very valuable lead and this is very valuable points being played here. Barrios once again, ball into the area, cleared away by Sigali. San Lorenzo quickly gets it back. Here's Maroni. Cleared away by Aníbal Moreno. Rafa Perez is going to try to keep it inbound, and he does. Quickly distributes, recycles towards the former Colombian international Carlos Sanchez. Once again, the ball towards the far left. Total control of the ball for San Lorenzo, but they just need to do something with it. There's Rafa Perez. Giai. Elias. Ball towards the far left. Racing making it very difficult for San Lorenzo to penetrate.
Exactly, yep. Because what's happening is every time there's a runner by San Lorenzo, there's a Racing player tracking that run. And so they can't exploit and get in behind the defense or create a little bit of space. So well done by Racing.
It's a great ball. Giai! What was that?
Ooh.
I'm going to be honest with you. That actually looked like a foul. From first glance, it actually looked like a foul. Here's the replay,
was going to go for, yeah, I thought he was going to go for the header here, but he goes for the, looked like the Ralph Macchio karate kick here. And just landed awkwardly, I guess. This is actually a decent ball in by Hernandez. I would go for the header there, but went a little too athletic there. Tried to be athletic with the to kick the ball. Tension increasing here.
I'm going to tell you guys something that George told me off air. He told me he wanted to get the same tattoo that POV has behind his ear, the butterfly. He's been getting a couple. He's been getting a couple of quotes from different places. Yeah, especially with that color, that light blue color, just like that. It's getting. There's tension going on because now the fans are singing against San Lorenzo. The Racing fans are singing against San Lorenzo. So this is. I'm gonna tell you right now, George. I've been telling you things throughout the night. I'm gonna tell you that I don't think we're gonna end up with 22 players in the pitch. I might be wrong. Well, we're not gonna end up with 22. Sure. We already have one red card. So let me take that back. We're not gonna end up with 21.
Well, okay.
Look at that. As soon as I say that, look at that. I challenge.
Oh, this is gonna be another red.
Is that gonna be the second yellow or now? Because Pettis already has a yellow.
Nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. Oh, they're gonna give him a second. Oh,
no,
hey, there you
go.
go.
George, I'm out. That's it, George. George, right here. You take over. I'm out. Take over. I'm out. Too much predictions for one night. I'm out.
Klaus is going to the casino right now. I don't know if that's a second yellow card there. That looks harsh.
Nah.
He goes in the air for the ball. I don't think that's a yellow card. If it's a foul, yes, but not a yellow card. See, there's the first one for the, yeah. He jumps for the, I don't see. The first one, okay, the arm on the side of the head there, but the second one, that doesn't look like a yellow card to me. That's harsh. Let's see. There's some contact, yellow, but come on. Yeah, I don't think that's a yellow either. Yeah.
I told you that was going to happen. That pressure always lies upon the ref. That pressure is always on the ref every time he sends. When you send a player away that's a home player, and you get all the fans, the players upon you, and you know you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of the game. This is, ladies and gents at home, with all due respect, that is not a yellow card, and that's. I'm not gonna say he wants to compensate, but come on now, we're playing soccer. We're playing football. We're not playing dolls. There's gonna be friction. Right. That's normal, but don't make it so obvious though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a yellow card. I think to me, at worst, it's just a regular foul, and Racing should have possession, but I don't think it's a second yellow. And then the referee has to be aware that Pettis has a yellow card already, so he has to make sure that he's solid in giving a second yellow card, that it is a truly deserving second yellow card, a foul or an action that's deserving of a second yellow card. And that one is just a regular foul. So, yeah, game maybe getting a little bit out of hand, or maybe a little bit out of the control from the referee, at least from his perspective. And so he's got to flash the cards to calm things down. But that's just going to make things even more hectic and more excitable for both teams.
I told you this is.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody about the tattoo, man.
Listen, man, if I ever get that tattoo, George, and you stop talking to me, I won't be mad at you.
I won't be able to live in my neighborhood.
Jonathan Gomez. Oh, I wouldn't want. Yeah, that's definitely not a good idea.
Yeah.
Ball cleared away. Oh, look at this one. 3 against 3. They got to make it quick, but they got to make it quick. Leguizamón on the left and Barrios on the right. I'd said you got to make it quick, brother.
Yep.
Gonna be a corner.
Maroni took a little too long, and then had his teammates there and didn't look up in time, and Racing got back defensively. So now San Lorenzo still has to chase the game, but now they have to do it. They have to be a little bit. They can't. Or they're still doing the high press. This is interesting. Now that they're chasing the game.
Chance for San Lorenzo. Here's Barrios. Goal kick. You know, one thing I was going to tell you that I was able to. I was looking at social media during halftime. I always usually check Twitter for stats and stuff like that. And the reason why I want to call it is because you were the one that highlighted it. You called it. And there's that penalty against Barreiro in the first half. If you look at it from a side angle, it's a clear penalty. And everyone on social media is talking about how that penalty wasn't even looked at, which is one of the things you said. You know, maybe not called at first glance, but at least go look at it and see if it's a foul or not.
Right.
Careful. Oh,
that's a penalty. Oh.
And I'm sure now that VAR is going to check for it.
They're going to go look at it.
Hold up.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's still playing on. There's at least he's consistent. This is wild. Oh, okay. I guess the fourth official, I think, just assured Insua that they're going to look at it.
No. I think there was a little argument there between one of the assistants and Rubén Darío Insua. There was a little argument going back and forth, and the fourth official had to step in.
Okay.
Here it is, George.
He's onside, so that's not a problem. Yeah, that's a penalty. He goes into his back. Yeah, he pushes him in the back.
That's a penalty, dude.
That's obvious.
Oh,
no question.
referees tonight have been. Imagine if we didn't have VAR, and we have VAR. Is the VAR working tonight or not? Just asking for
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, we saw it worked when Auche got sent off because he actually went to the VAR on the Auche red card. But why he didn't go to the VAR for the two penalties? We talked about the Barreiro in the first half and then this one in the second half. I don't know. When the Referees Association has their evaluations at the end of the round, Mastrangelo, he might not get a good grade.
Well, you know what that means.
Yeah. He's got to go.
You're coming off.
Yes, sir. Ciao, Romero. This has been a pretty intense second half.
I'm very happy today with the two matches I've called so far, especially because the first one, Banfield Tigre, was very exciting as well. Yeah, it's one of those days where look at the Peruvians. Look at the Peruvians. The Peruvians are like,
there we go.
Our boys coming in. Our boys coming in. There it is.
There
Paulo.
we go.
The one and only Paulo Guerrero making his way in, replacing Maxi Romero. Another substitution for La Academia.
The Predator, Paul Warrior.
Gotta love it. We got Paul Warrior, and then we got Augusto Battles. So we got Warriors fighting Battles.
Yeah.
And then our good old friend Nahuel Neighborhoods, which of course still in the match. To go over the yellow cards once again, ladies and gents. Jalil Elias, Perrito Barrios, and Gonzalo Piovi. Rafa Perez had a yellow card, but of course he got a double yellow card, which means as we speak, he's probably taking a shower.
Having some mate to calm down. Mate really works. When I went to Argentina, I had some mate. I was feeling calm. That's a good drink.
Yeah, I got a little problems. I got a little problem with Argentinians, the way the yerba they use. That's why Argentinians usually go to Uruguay to get their yerba.
Oh, really?
It's a little. Okay. Yeah. Careful with this one. It's a good ball into the area. Arias comes out very determined and ends up capturing.
They have to keep finding a way to keep getting that ball inside to Barreiro, or to link up with Barreiro, I should say, because he's dangerous. Every time it floats in the area, he gets close. He either makes contact with the ball or in that situation comes close and makes Arias sweat a little bit. Yeah. But now it's going to be difficult because it's 10 on 10, and Racing like to play heavy possession.
Foul.
Yep.
Another yellow. There it is. Is it? Yeah. Facundo Mura.
Yeah,
He had one for the second, but no.
Barrios hit the brakes on him and then just slid right past him. It's been a fun first, definitely very exciting second half.
With a chance for San Lorenzo. Let's not forget this game is still only 1-0, so it's still very, very open. That one goes again into the hands of Arias.
Hanging in the balance there. And one thing for sure, San Lorenzo, don't let Guerrero get a good open look or decent chance in the penalty area. We know his history. He can finish those chances.
Here's Carlos Sanchez. Has to clear it out. Yeah, but not to the middle, man. Oh, Lord. I'd rather you kick it out of the corner kick. Don't clear it right into the box. That's going to be a throw in for San Lorenzo.
Defending 101 right there, right? Never clear into the middle. You clear it out wide.
I guess Francisco agrees with us. That should have been a penalty for Racing as well.
Yep.
I think both should have been called penalties.
I agree. Yep, both of them. Barreto went down in the first half, and then that one, GI the tackle in the back here in the second half.
Jonathan Gomez. Now the attack by San Lorenzo. Here's Jai. Putting an interesting ball down the left side. Here's Perrito Barrios looking for the shot. 3 markers on top of him, not allowing him to find a comfortable shot there. The right angle. This is a handball, and it will be a free kick in the back area for Racing Club. Approximately 15 minutes. A little less than 15 of regular time here in El Cilindro, the home of Racing Club de Avellaneda. And it did get more packed, George. Remember we talked about it was pretty empty in the first half. Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
It usually gets filled up as they get. Not bad. The problem is those spots right there at the bottom, they're empty because if you're there, most likely you won't be able to see. So you got to push back a bit.
Oh, okay. They might have to do some renovations like they did El Monumental.
Get people a little closer.
Yeah. That's a little bit closer.
Martegan.
More. Get more atmosphere, get more energy to the players.
Let's see who he replaces. So substitution coming right up for San Lorenzo. Here's Barrios. Good combination on the left-hand side. Carlos Sanchez. A chance of a shot from long range, once again blocked along the way. This time by POE. Here's Paulo Guerrero. Leguizamón forgets about the most important item in the match, and that's the ball.
Yep.
See, there's a lining. I'll take the lining instead of the butterfly. There's a substitution. Agustín Giai leaving his spot to Martegani. Lorenzo's probably going to go a little more offensive now in the upcoming minutes. Good tackle there by Carlito Sanchez, fighting against Paulo Guerrero, battling against the Peruvian. Good takeaway, but they quickly lose it. Here's Barrios. Martegani. Maroni. And now Barrios right at the edge of the area. Leguizamón towards the far wide right side. The chance of a cross. That's going to be a corner.
Yeah, this is Barreto. This is Barreto territory here. He should be feeling supremely confident. He's won every ball in the air so far that's come close to him. He definitely has to be the target here.
The chance for San Lorenzo, ball cleared away. And now Jonathan Gomez with the response. Foul. Another yellow. This time, Iván Leguizamón.
I'm surprised Leguizamón really, he had a decent first half. And he's been really quiet here in the second half. Especially with Barrios and Braida on that left side. But hasn't really been consistent here throughout the second half. Even when they had the man advantage.
Another great takeaway from Carlos Sanchez. From Paulo Guerrero, now the long ball towards the far left side. Good control by Barrios, who has a lot of room to work with. Martegani. And now Khalil Elias. Good combination inside of the box. This is actually a very promising ball. Careful ball into the area. Cleared away. And the near post. Fucking Nomura. Good ball down the left side. Another chance for San Lorenzo.
Oh!
For San Lorenzo, Adam Barreiro, ladies and gents. The man who so far had the most clear chances for San Lorenzo, a couple in the first half. a couple in the second half as well. And his moment comes. George said it literally a couple of seconds ago. His territory, Barreiro's territory. And indeed it is. With less than 15 to play, he makes it 1-1.
Yeah, great ball and great movement down the left side. And Barreiro just reacts quicker than everyone else. Look at, when you see the reaction of the Racing backline, you can tell that they were just slow to react. And Barreiro finally getting his touch. It took him a while, it took him a few times, but he was able to react faster than anyone else, reading the play very well, and big time equalizer for San Lorenzo.
Now another ball into the area. Poor control.
You know, Klaus, the way this match is turning out now, because San Lorenzo, they put the pressure, they had the man advantage. Obviously they lost it, but they kept playing that same, they had that same tactic, that same mentality when they lost Bettis, or when he was sent off. Keep that going. If they can keep that going, they might get the second goal here.
Now Barrios down the left-hand side. San Lorenzo looking for a miracle here, looking to come back. Martigani lets it go. This could be promising. Ball at the edge of the area. Here's Elise Amon. Shoot it. Shoot it. Take a shot. Takes a shot, but gets blocked by Jonathan Gomez. Now both of them fighting, battling for the ball. It's Khalil Elias, the one who picks it up right at the edge of the box. Has a couple of different options. Here's Maroni. Maroni!
Ooh.
Inches away.
What a great decision there by Insua, right? To make that substitution, taking out Lujan and bringing up Maroni. It's made them much more fluid in the attack going forward. You still have Sanchez in the back to hold it down defensively. Adding a little more creativity, because you had Luis Amon on one side, Barrios on the other, Obraida on the left, and then Luis Amon on the right, or GI on the right. Now with Maroni, stabilizes the midfield. Smart move, great substitution there by Insua.
Martegani. Marking by Facundo Mura. Here's Maroni. Martegani. Barrios. Now once again towards Maroni. Good combination here from San Lorenzo. It's a great through ball from Barrios, looking for the right time to cross it, waiting for the right moment. Goes one side, moves to the other. Nothing there whatsoever, no foul. I thought it might be a late foul there, but nothing. And the action continues. I have a feeling, George, that I don't know if this is going to end up 1-1. I don't know if maybe somebody might take it towards the last couple of minutes. The question is who?
There was a little window there that Barrios could have passed it to Martigani, and he held it a little too long there. But yeah, San Lorenzo looking like they might get the second goal here.
For some reason, this game looks like it's like 2-1 in favor of Racing, but we can't forget about the fact that we talked about it too before the match started. This is a do or die for San Lorenzo. Now look at this. Look at this. Ooh, what is that going to be? What color? It's going to be yellow. All right.
We've had a bunch of lemons and a couple of strawberries.
Chance for Racing Club looking to win it in the last couple of minutes. Here's a long ball straight into the hands of Batasha, who's going to try to play this one quick. No foul. No foul, says the ref. The ball towards Paulo Guerrero, cleared out by Carlito Sanchez, very active in the second half, especially when he moved back. Luján was replaced by Gonzalo Maroni very early in the first half, and Carlos Sanchez pretty much started as a center defensive middle, or holding midfielder, however you want to call it. Quickly moved back to take that spot that was left behind by Luján, and so far has been very solid, especially since having to put up with Guerrero. Careful with this one, it's a good ball into the area, no one there to take advantage of it. Martigani. There's Carlos Sanchez once again. Barrios. Great ball down the left side. It's going to be it for San Lorenzo. Ball into the middle and cleared away by Piovi. The pass wasn't timed correctly towards Barrios.
Once Barreto, great run into the 6, drawing a couple of defenders, so leaving that space around the penalty spot open. No one there for San Lorenzo to one-time the shot for the possible game-winning goal. And my goodness, down that left side, they have just been able to do what they want on the left side of the attack for San Lorenzo going forward.
Here's Leo Sigali, not a good pass. Another takeaway by San Lorenzo. Trying to go on the attack for this one, trying to make this a heroic game, a night to remember. Here's Elias. It's a little too much for Barreiro, a little too much for the Paraguayan. It's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, that was offsides anyway. That wouldn't have counted.
Yeah. But that's been the movement, the best attacking option or series of movements for San Lorenzo in this second half, and even in the first half, but now more so in the second half. Down the left side with Barrios and whoever else is out there with him. Well, the goal came from the left side. It was squaring into the middle for Barreto. So keep on attacking it. Nardoni is proving to be a weak link on that right side of the defense for Racing.
A chance here for San Lorenzo, careful with this one. Ball on the left-hand side. Control. By Nahuel Barrios, here's Perrito making now towards the left side. That's going to be a foul. Very promising ball for the Ciclón. See if they can take advantage of it.
This is going to be a great finish here between these two teams. This is going to be something special here. Let's see if San Lorenzo pulls this out.
One, two, three, four, 5 players for San Lorenzo going after this ball. Barreiro, Mura, Aníbal Moreno. A couple of players are arguing back and forth. The referee had to step up, put a little bit of order there. San Lorenzo looking to win this one. Good ball towards the first ball. Oh, it's incredible. Oh, La Roca. The Rock. The Rock!
Oh, it was right there. That was the game winner right there.
And the law usually applies, but this time it didn't apply. The usual law from 2 headers inside of the area ends up as a goal.
Yeah.
It didn't work out this time.
Barreto's unmarked.
Racing is suffering. Two complete different teams, domestically and internationally. It's crazy.
Yeah. Goodness. Those are the chances that you need to win matches there. Still, San Lorenzo still looking very threatening.
Will Barrios trying to get between the marking of three players. Great way to step on the ball by Nardoni. Still in possession. Now cleared away. Carlos Sanchez. Here's Martigani. Good movement by number 20. Down the line looking for the shot. Didn't have the right angle. Gonzalo Piovi, referee gets in the way. Here it is once again. Look at this one. Onside and onside. Both times onside.
Oh. I understand what he wanted to do. He was trying to head it to the near post there. It's the right decision. He just missed it.
Lorenzo looking to push. Look at Barreiro at the bottom of your screen by himself. One last attack for San Lorenzo. Great ball towards Martigani. He tries to flick it on towards Barreiro. Yeah, it was a good idea, but a little too much power in that.
Yep. Say that this is to the top teams in Argentina. They put on a pretty good show here.
Jonathan Gomez. Yeah, so far, I mean, we're almost towards the end, but very attractive match to commentate. Very attractive match to watch. Very unpredictable as well, especially because when it seemed like Racing was going to pretty much take over, the red card came through. And now everyone asking for a penalty here against Pablo Guerrero.
Oh.
Fernando Rapalini's on the VAR, by the way. Guerrero asking for a foul. Here's a replay, George, all yours.
Ooh, I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, well, he does. Let's see there. Yeah, Campi does wrap him up. But look, if you don't call the first two, then you can't call that one. So they have to be consistent.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, they have to be consistent. Yep. The first two were more penalties than that one, but that one is touchy. That one's close, but you got to be consistent.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final whistle in the Cilindro de Avellaneda, and as you can see, things are finalizing in a very heated manner here in the Cilindro. A couple of players arguing with each other. Here's a replay. I'm going to be honest with you, George. I don't see a clear penalty here. I don't know you, but
yeah, I don't see a clear penalty either. I don't think so as well. And
good match overall.
We have to give the referee. Yeah, good match overall. Referee was consistent for the most part, and yeah, it was a treat. It was a treat between two of the better teams in Argentine football. Yeah, I think it's the deserved score, 1-1.
George, as always, thank you. Until next time, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Ladies and gents, both teams take a point, and for now, we go back to the main studios with the one and only Francisco Aure.